What's going on, everybody? Nice and fucking cold this morning. Fall's here. Winter's coming soon. What's up, Rhett Montgomery? I'll be building a 2276 stroker for this bug. Big valves, big cam, ported, polished, all of it. I rode, dude, if you like bugs, you rode BMX, didn't you? No, no, I didn't. Where'd you get your tattoos? Bunch of different places. No, today I'm working on a friend's car. It's a 65, I think, oval window. Um, Putting air right on the front. What's up, Arizona? This is the airlift, tankless on demand. And then I'll be running air struts, just like I'm doing on my bug. But it'll be on this bug. Yeah, Jam Master. I built a bracket. I cut it out on my plasma table yesterday and got it welded in um, last night or in the evening. Let's see if I can get you guys down here. You can see it right there. See, I had to extend the upper control or the upper strut mount. So this is a custom beam. This is not a factory beam. But in order to fit this in here, I had to get it away from the body and the tower, which also will clear the upper control arm. Yes, it changed the geometry a little bit. It's only, I think I went 2.5 inches over and a half inch down to make up for the extra length. So the car will still slam all the way on the ground, The front beam will be about 1.5 inches off the ground at its lowest point. Um, so it's basically, it's the same amount of travel, but the strut's in a different position. And it does not affect anything. It's just in a different spot. Adjustable front end. So it, yes and no. Uh, it does not have the full range of adjustment on the torsion plates in the front because they turned and welded the center grub screws mounting part in. So it's basically just a lowered beam, but you can adjust it a little bit. But it's not a typical um, fully adjustable beam. It's only adjustable in the slammed lowrider position. Drop spindles. I'm pretty sure I didn't build this front end. I'm just adding air ride. The guy who bought this, the front struts were blown out and the car was banging the ground as he went down the street, rigid with almost no suspension. Because of how low it was, the torsion plates are supposed to work in conjunction with the strut. The strut stops it from bouncing, but the torsion takes all the force, if that makes sense. But without the strut to stop it from bouncing, it's just basically uncontrolled spring, and so it was just banging, bang, 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 and the car was so low it was scraping asphalt. So we're putting air ride on it so he can raise the front end up to drive it and get up curbs and over manhole covers, because this thing was low. It sat with no suspension 1 inch off the ground. You couldn't even pull up a driveway without scraping. But now he'll be able to air up and drive it, and then when he gets to the show or parks it or whatever, he can drop it and set it on the ground. Das Owner, I think this is a 65 German. Oval window. Yeah, oval windows and or earlier split windows are pretty desirable. To me, it doesn't make a difference, but to a lot of people, it does. Yeah, I just wanted to get on quick live, say what's up, answer any questions, and then I'm gonna get back to work. I got the bags in on that 65 yesterday. I had to fabricate tower brackets and stuff and make sure all the geometry works and clears all the tie rods and all that shit. And it does, barely, but it does. So today I'll be plumbing and wiring, mounting the compressor and all that. It's a nice brisk 35 degrees this morning. Yeah, the diamond tail lights on the older ones are nice. Sup, Juan? How you doing? Did you see the 65? Putting air struts on the front today. Well, I got the struts in yesterday. I gotta do all the wiring and plumbing today. What's up, she stays? Yeah, this has got, I mean, every piece. Whoever put this one together knew what they were doing. Junior, what's your question? Just ask, bro. That's why you're here. What's up, Uncle Brad? Where do you find the side trim package? I'm pretty sure that this one came from, it was either Kip One or J Bugs. What's up, Bearfish? See you later, AJ. No, it's an oval window one. Split windows, 50s, I think. This is early 60s. I think my phone holder here is wearing out. Come on. Yeah, no problem. J-Bug, CIP1. Um, if you want OEM parts, then go straight to Wolfsburg. They have the real German stuff, not the Chinese, aftermarket remake copy that don't fit right, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I think I think the trims, I think it's called Aussie trim. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what it's called. Sub J Sosa. Clever. What's going on? Yeah, Wolfsburg hands down, is the best. That's where, when I rebuilt the factory hand crank sunroof on this Bug, that's where I got my tracks and springs and gauges and all that. Thanks, Uncle Kev. Bad Juju Beards. Go get some oil, wax. That dude's stuff is amazing. Bad Juju Beards, they got the best oil. I just ordered some wax. I'm going to try that. What's up, Uncle Brad? I know you ignored our call last night. Yeah, Josh, he says that style door solves so many problems and door dingers. Yeah, it does. What I think a lot of people don't realize is typical Lambo doors, they don't, the aftermarket ones, not on actual Lambos, but when you Lambo door a different car other than a Lambo, they don't typically open like that or that far. They don't, they barely crack open and then only swing up about halfway because you run into the door hitting the body. Well, I extended it and then made the quarter panel part of the door. So the door swings open halfway like a normal door, and then you can lift it and it fully clears. I mean, there's plenty of room to get in. Was it simple to install and create? Absolutely not. It took a lot of work to make it actually work and to do that, because I didn't want the barely crack it and then only open up halfway and then you have to squeeze in the car. It's stupid. Sub Simone. See the 65 oval window working on today? Airbag in the front of it. Well, air strut. Bag over strut. Ken Schwartz, no, the weather is not good. It's cold. It's 35 degrees this morning. I got the door open because I'm working on this, and I don't have room inside for it. I only have room for mine. Hopefully, in the next couple years, I'll be able to open a shop. And then I can take on more customers and, you know, be able to work inside. But for now, this is what I got, so this is what I'm doing. Thanks, Josh. You can't drive a trike. Bearfish, I'll see you later. Don Trump, the bug is looking good. Yeah, it's getting there. Taking a break the last 2 weeks on this so that I can work on some customer stuff. Did the trike, custom shift rod and mounting plates and linkage and clutch and all that last weekend. This weekend, I'm airbagging the front of this 65 so they can get it up off the ground and actually drive it. Whoever lowered it way too much. What color am I thinking on mine? I'm going to be spraying the main body in satin black truck bed liner. And then it'll have purple accents. So it'll have this electric purple accents. And then for the interior, I've got this metallic purple and black Cayman alligator vinyl. What's up, Brazil? Thanks, Clever. Ken Schwartz, like to see you open a larger facility with heat. Yeah, me too. You know, but for now, I'll be out here in the freezing cold rolling around on concrete like a real man. 1,000 subscribers without content. Do you sell junk? No. What do you call junk? Yes, I did a shark from a junkyard. Did it from ground up, 50,000. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, you had a scrap yard? Wish I had a scrap yard. And didn't have to work for a living. Then I could just build cool shit all day. How much did I pay for my car? The original Bug, I think I paid 2,700, and it ran barely. No brakes, but the motor did fire up. The transmission shift through all the gears. We drove it around the block a few times until it ran out of gas, and then I pushed it in here and started tearing it apart. But I'm keeping the engine in the tranny because this is all upgraded. I got a Pro Street built transmission in there for the race engine. I'll be building the 2276. And I'm keeping the stuff I pulled out of there because it's still good. It needs to be rebuilt, but it's good. And I'll be building the trike next. Do you have glued beard? No. Crazy big beard with a wicked stash, and I have patches. Yeah, it's just genetic, but you know, some people are built for it, some aren't. But if you want really good beard products, go to badjujubeards.com. Out of all the beard stuff that I've tried over the years, dozens and dozens of oils and pomades and waxes and shampoos and all that shit, I just found Bad Juju Beards like a month ago, ordered some oil. It is the best oil. It's light, fluffy, soft, it's not greasy, I don't break out. Is it better than the Beard Club? Way better. Hands down. I wouldn't be, I don't get anything for promoting the guy. I just believe in not wasting your money on crap, Copper John's beard butter, bro. Try Bad Juju, I'm telling you. I just ordered some wax this morning after trying the oil. And he matches scents, so you can get your wax to match the smell of your oil. And he's got a bunch of different scents. I use Wake the Dead. It's got a good kind of like leather, wood, nut nutty kind of smell to it, but it's real calm. And again, I don't get anything for promoting the dude at all. It's just a really good product. Yeah, I've never done one of these tankless airlift kits before, but it seems pretty straightforward. So you got this little compressor, no tank, it's just air on demand. You know, you hit the button, compressor kicks on. It's pretty lightweight, pretty small, so it should be easy to mount and hide up in the front trunk. There's plenty of room. Comes with this little, your dash gauge with your air up and your release to drop it. They didn't stick this button in very good. There we go. So I don't know. We'll get it mounted up and run some tests. I'll make some videos. Wiring, splitters, all that stuff. Next weekend, we'll be back on this one. I'm gonna start trying to figure out the rear, widening the entire rear quarters, roof, back. I need more bulk back here. You can kind of see the cardboard. Gonna expand the rear by probably 3 to 4.5 inches from where it's at right now. You can see the gap between the cardboard and the steel, and that's how much I need. Diesel Weasel, what engine you running? I'll be building a 2276 cc stroker, air-cooled Volkswagen engine, mounted in the back, flat 4. You know, it's a just a regular Volkswagen air-cooled, except it's big everything. Big 94 mil Porsche pistons, big valves, big cam. Tim Leatham rode a trike in Arizona. Yeah, they'll be fun. I want to build a big wheel trike, so I want short, wide tires in the back, as short as possible. You know, like around 15 inches tall, somewhere around there, 17 inches tall, and then I want to put a big 32-inch front wheel on it. Have you always been a metric guy? Yeah. Yeah, I don't care for, not that I don't appreciate them, you know, for what they are in certain aspects, but I prefer imports over domestics. And then it just depends on what the application is for what kind of import, you know. Thanks, Joe. Chris Jackson, what's going on? See you later, Clever. Yeah, last week did the trike, did the work on the trike, and this week I'm airbagging this 65 oval window, front air struts. I've seen a trike that looked like a big wheel and they look sick. Yeah, they do. That's why I'm gonna build one. Where am I located? Idaho, USA. What other? How much did I put into it so far? I don't really know. I'm building this for me. But with the original 2700 for the car, not counting my time, just material, I can guess around 15,000 probably. But everything's highly modified and upgraded. It's not a standard build. I'll be building a 2276 cc air-cooled stroker. What type of trans? So I got a Pro Street built tranny for it. It is a IRS converted to swing, one-piece boots, chromoly axles, welded throwout, welded second, tons of upgrades. So it can handle the big motor. You should put a 350 in it. Nah, I'll run Volkswagen engines. Welded third and fourth. I did not build the tranny. I don't even remember what the gear ratio is on it because I picked it up, over a year ago. I had it built by a friend of mine who also helped me hand pick all the engine parts. So he built the tranny for the engine. Idaho Falls, what's up? I shih tzu not. What's going on? Idaho Falls, yeah, you come down, Tim Lethem, you come down to the Treasure Valley car shows, you'll see me out there. Thanks, George. Hopefully I'll be painting it next summer. I shih tzu not. Yeah, I've pretty much got the quarter panel all figured out for the Lambo door and ready to copy and paste for the other side. But I think before I do that, I'm going to widen the whole rear of the car. Quarter panels, roof line, do a snorkel up on the roof. Spokane, Washington, what's up? Got a small Mini Cooper Classic, keep it going. I'll be back later. Yeah, Mini Coopers are cool too. I really like all small cars. I think they are extremely underrated because when you're talking power to weight ratio, you can't beat them. You can't beat the numbers. You just can't. They don't weigh anything. Snoopy, what's up? Yeah, I've taken a couple weeks off from my build to do some customers' cars. Well, a trike, a Volkswagen trike last week, and then this week I'm airbagging the front of the 65, doing a tankless air on demand. Project Dog, I want to build a 2110 for my Bug. Okay, so here's the thing, right? Obviously, make sure your transmission's built for the motor because the stock transmission can't handle shit. You know, you'll end up messing up your transmission. But on top of that, if you're going to build a 2110, you might as well. It's going to cost you the same amount of money if you're building it, not having it built, but it'll cost you the same amount to do a 2276 or even a 2332. You know, I had the option to go with the 2332. You get more horsepower and top speed out of a 2332, but you get more low end torque out of a 2276, and that's what I was going for. But it would have cost me the same to up the stroke to 84 instead of 82, and it would be a 2332, you know. My Bug has an 1835. Pretty sure I haven't had it running in a year. Why? Go get it running. One factor displacement on small cars. Sub Northern California. Impala's Car Club. Chico. Paul White Jr. I love bugs, but don't know the first thing about them. Then learn. Look it up. Find out. Dave, yeah, tankless air on demand, if that's what you're talking about. It's an air kit by Airlift. Everybody on YouTube, hit that thumbs up for me. We got 140 people in here and only 9 thumbs up. Been building the Impy fiberglass bodied shortened pan. Like a Manx? Like a dune buggy? That's cool. Should that be called a Lamborghini? That's pretty funny. Another guy on here calls it a battle bug. I really don't know what it is. Fun to build, I know that. Best engine you suggest? That depends on the application. For your Manx? Best engine for a Manx? I would go. Well, you're going to be going off-road, so top speed's not important. You need torque, you know, to climb terrain or get out of the sand. Bernard, he says he's going for it, building a buck next summer. Fiberglass tub and body over a WRX running gear. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Hopefully you post some videos. But for your Manx, I mean, I would run probably a 2110, and then I would choke down those carburetors to get you all the torque. New here, Robert Clark. What's the door deal? It's a Lamborghini style door on a 1967 Volkswagen Beetle. All hand fabricated. Got big 16-inch wide track slicks on the back. I mean, they're DOT approved. They got a small tread, but it's real shallow. And that's 16 sidewall to sidewall. Tread, I think, is 13 inches. Shop's a fucking mess right now. It's almost getting unbearable. I'm gonna probably clean it up tomorrow. Just get out here and get everything back in order. Been doing a lot lately. Snoopy, are both doors done now? No. Nah, just this door. I gotta get it all perfect and mocked up, pieced together. I mean, this one's not even all welded in yet because I got to pull all the pieces off and measure them to match them for the other side. Cracker Jack, what's going on? Yeah, and it's reverse hinge, front hood. What's my project completion ETA? I'm hoping to be painting it next summer. Building the engine's not a big deal. I can build the engine in a day. Rob Rice, what's up? Yeah, Lambo doors on a bug. Wide body, full air ride all the way around, disc brake conversion, stretched and lowered front beam, widened the wheelbase. I think overall 12 inches in the back, 6 in the front, somewhere around there. So it'd be 3 on each side in the front, 6 in the back. Why don't I go live when I'm working on it? Because I can't engineer or design, engineer, and fabricate and work while answering questions and looking at my phone. You know, I do lives to interact with you guys, not to build. I post videos on that. I get hyper focused on things and it consumes me, so I can't multitask. But getting hyper focused builds cool shit like this. I mean, just these quarter panels alone, the mechanics of them and the way that it works, it's not like anything else out there. A typical Lambo door breaks at the door seam right there, and only swings out enough to clear and only goes up halfway. My door swings out halfway and goes up all the way. Dark Horse. I'll be building a 2276 cc stroker, air cooled Volkswagen engine, mounted in the back where it goes. And the quarter panel has a removable back screen. That faux quarter that's attached to the door is also removable, so I can get to all the mounting hardware, adjustment screws for servicing the hinges. Where'd I find the hinge? eBay. But it is not a plug and play. It took tons of modifications and fabrication just to make it work, much less make it do that. How many hours do I have in the doors? Just one door, because I haven't done the other one yet. Months. But I only work on it typically 8 hours a week. So, I mean, if you add all that up, a couple weeks, I guess, if I was doing it full time. But yeah, I just wanted to get on here and do a live, say what's up. Kind of waiting for it to warm up just a little bit more, at least 40 degrees. And then I'll start plumbing and wiring all the airbags on this guy. And I think next I'm going to start engineering and mocking up in steel this rear end. Get it all widened, roof line, get the snorkel on, all that. I mean, it's a pretty loose representation right now. Do I work mostly on bugs? Yeah. And that's not really done on purpose. I don't, I just enjoy them, so, and people see my stuff on Volkswagens and they want it on theirs. How's the moisture in there? Too much rust over time? No. I live in the high desert, so humidity here is pretty much non-existent. It goes up in fall and winter, of course, but then it's cold. So This car has been stripped down for a year, but it's been in my garage the entire time. I have an air exchanger in here, you know, to help with the fumes and dust and all that. Yeah, GSP, thanks, I appreciate it. And I haven't had any rust issues, you know. It's not really climate controlled in here, but it is fully insulated. So as long as I leave the door down, no matter what time of year it is, it's pretty comfortable in there. In the summer, you know, when it's 115 here, it'll get up to later in the day, like maybe 80 degrees in here, which is no big deal for me. I like it hot. And then in the winter, dead winter, you know, when it's 20 something outside, it'll get like 50, 55 degrees, which again, you know, jeans and a hoodie and I'm good. I do have a little electric space heater that I turn on out here and in the winter. Yeah, you guys can see how the door hinge works. Nico, what's going on? SFC, what's up? Joe, are those louvers on the front quarter? Yeah. And get a good look at them. I had to make these so there's a screen in the back that's removable. It locks in. I can pull it out this way when the door's closed. And that's just so you don't see into the front trunk. But I had to make the screen removable so I could stick a Allen key in there for the hinge adjustments. And made this panel removable so I can get to the mounting hardware for the hinge in case I ever need to service it. So it's just I guess, a artistic way to hide everything, you know? Because at the end of the day, fabricating things and making things work um, is the easy part for, you know, I mean, considering what's going on. It's hiding it afterwards. That's the hard part. You know, you want form and function. Otherwise, it's just going to look like a bunch of shit welded together with, no purpose. So I try to design ways for things to look cool and function and do what I want them to do. When am I going to put the engine in? Jack, I haven't built the engine yet. I have it in, 1,000 pieces up here on the shelf. Hopefully I'll be building it next spring. This winter I'm going to try and get all this body work done, all the fabrication, in preparation for Bondo and paint next summer. But I'm rewiring the entire car and plumbing. It's full air ride all the way around. I'll have a 2.5 gallon tank, single compressor. I don't think I need dual compressors. Plus I'm trying to be conscious about the weight. And it's only 1/4 and 1/8 inch airlines, so it's not going to be a hopper. It's just adjustable, I can raise it up, drive it, get it to the show, and drop it in the grass. Are you going to make a cover on the front wheel? Maybe an air intake and some downforce by direct air up and out? You talking about fenders? No. I'm running it open wheel in the front. I have messed with the idea of maybe doing some kind of shield right here, but as far as over the tire, no. I'm going to leave it open wheel. That's also why I'm spraying the main body in black truck bed liner, is it can take all the rocks and shit from the road. But I might end up building some kind of, mostly just like a vanity shield right there, just to kind of tie it into all the rest of the body work. It literally won't serve any purpose except for artistic flow. Cantilever suspension, no. The front's air struts, and the back is, I made my own drop swing linkage and airbag supports, and it has 2 double convoluted D2500 airbags in the back. Yeah, that's wide body. These front quarters have been widened, I think 2 inches or 2.5 inches, and the rear fenders and quarter panels and all that is extra, I think 4 inches wider on each side. Bro, that stance in the back is awesome. Yeah, it is. Sets the whole mood, the whole attitude of the car. Stance is everything. Plus, I kept the old swing axle, so when you slam the car on the ground, it I don't know why TikTok does that. They always make me do the stupid puzzle piece like I'm not here talking to you. But so the rear cambers when you slam it. Igor, too much humidity here. Every time I make something, I have to protect it chemically or rust overnight. Yeah, I don't have that problem. That would get annoying really fast. Yeah, Joe, build those fender flares on that Mini Cooper. It ain't that hard. You gonna do steel or fiberglass? It's a little tougher in steel, but yeah. Steel all the way. I mean, if you want it to last. GSP, that's insane how much fab work you've already done. Everywhere you look, did you tweak the pan? Yeah, I've modified every part except for the actual door skin. I have not changed the door skin, but every other piece has been highly modified. Did I tweak the pan? No. It's factory pan, factory roof height, so all the factory glass goes back in it. I just built a 10.5 inch visor, vented up over the top of the car. So it kind of gives it that chopped look. But yeah, it has an overhang brow that I really like. I need an English wheel. Yeah, you and me both. I don't have room for one, so I don't have one. Um, but look, I made those fenders in the back without an English wheel. It's all flat panel. You know, you just cut it in strips. It just makes more welding. In retrospect, I probably should have did the strips on the rear fender a little bit smaller. It would have kept more of the curve, but also in doing that, I would have had to have added more steel weight for supports for all the seams. So I just did it like that. Figured if I want them round and smooth, I'll float it out with fiber bond and Bondo and we'll sculpt it. Or I just might leave it rigid like that with all the ribs in it. I don't know yet. But it's finally starting to warm up out here a little bit. I'm going to get back to work. I'll see you guys live in the morning. Fabricator, did you move the engine? No, I didn't move the engine. It'll be sticking out the back. I did stretch the front of the car to get more weight out in the nose. But I'll see you guys in the morning. Be going live like normal. I gotta finish this customer's car. Stop by tomorrow. See you guys later.